RJG The Hub. How to add a material to the hub. In this video, we will go through the process of adding a new material to the hub database. When performing this action on your own, it can be helpful to have the material information and specification sheets available that could contain the information required. To begin to add a material to the hub, sign into the system with your username and password. From the main screen of the hub, select the three-line menu option in the upper left of the screen. From the list of options that appear, select Process Development. From the Process Development dashboard, select Materials from the menu options on the left side of the screen. At the main Materials page, we can see a list of all of the materials that have been established within the hub. We can select any existing material name to view the details regarding that material. For example, let's take a look at the material ABS_2013. Here, we can see the details that have been added for this material. There is the option to edit any of the details by selecting the Edit button at the bottom right. For our example, we will be creating a completely new material, so to get back to the main materials section, we will select Close, located at the bottom left of this material record. To begin to add a new material, we will select Create a New Material at the upper right of the screen. At the New Material Entry page, we can see all of the fields for the information that can be entered to create a new material in the hub. The sections can be scrolled to or selected from the list on the left side of the page and include material details, properties, temperatures, and revision history. Any fields outlined in red are required to save the material. Fields that are outlined in yellow have asterisks next to the field name and are required for using process transfer features. Fields outlined in gray are optional. We will start entering material details by selecting the field next to name. And for our example material name, we will type polycar_2026. Then, we will select the field next to manufacturer. And there we will type our example material manufacturer's name, ABC Materials. The Created By field will populate after saving the material. Next, we will move to the Properties section and begin to add the information for our example material there. We will select the field next to Base Material. And we will type polycarbonate for our example. Then we will select the entry field next to Resin grade. And type S300 for our example. Regrind defaults to 0%, but can be changed by selecting the field and typing the percentage for the material if it is different than 0. We'll leave this field as 0% and we'll continue to enter the information we have for the Properties section for our example. We will select the entry field next to color and type Clear. Then we will select the entry field next to tonnage factor and type 4. Then, we will select the arrow next to the field to choose the tonnage factor units. And from the drop-down list, we will select tons per inches squared. Similarly, we will enter the maximum residence time for our example. For the additives section, for our example, we have two additives that should be listed here. Be sure to separate each additive with a comma. We will select the entry field next to additives and type the two additives for our example, thermal stabilizer and UV stabilizer, separated with a comma. Next, we can move to the temperatures section and enter the information we have for our example, including minimum melt temperature, maximum melt temperature, minimum mold temperature, maximum mold temperature, drying temperature, and drying time. With all of the information entered for our example for the fields available to create a new material, we can now select the Save button at the lower right of the screen. After saving the material, we are brought to the main page for the material, listing the information that we just entered for our example. From here, we can edit to make changes to this material, or close to exit this file, and return to the main materials screen. At the main materials screen, we can see the new material that we just created in the list. Thank you for watching this video regarding the hub, how to add a material to the hub. For further assistance, please refer to the user guide or contact our customer support department at support@rjginc.com or by calling 1-800-472-0566.